Okay, so welcome to everyone. My name is Kim Pupangamirri. I'm Director of the Melbourne Institute here at Charles Darwin University. Welcome both to this wonderfully full room, but also to lots and lots of people online. Let me first of all acknowledge, as always, that we meet here this morning on the lands of the Larrakia Nation, and of course, pay my respects to the Larrakia people and to Larrakia elders, past and present, and acknowledge and recognise the continuous custodianship of and care for the cultures, lands and seas of the place that we're meeting on. Let me also acknowledge the peoples of the Tiwi Nation, welcome our guests from Tiwi, and also pay my respects to Tiwi elders, past and present. Well, I've been really looking forward to this. This is going to be a wonderful session. I'm really pleased to be introducing this report back on the development of a gambling management strategy for Wurrumiyanga. I'm just as pleased to say that this research has been led by a team of 4 Tiwi researchers, all traditional owners of the Mantiyupwi clan estates, which now is part of the community at Orsto. This research has been undertaken in collaboration with the Ground Up team in the Melbourne Institute, and it's also involved the award of community-based researcher credentials to all of the Tiwi team. And I do warmly congratulate all of them on that achievement. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Really. Well, having said all of that, I'm going to get out of the way and I'm going to invite Rebecca, Ainsley, Kristelle and Lorenzo to talk to us today about, and also Michaela as well, who's been working with them on Tiwi, to talk to us a little bit about the comments that they got, the advice they got, the information they got, the guidance that they got from the community, from Tiwi elders and other senior members of community, and to tell us about the story of gambling on Tiwi, but also the story of how the gambling strategy has been devised. So let me say that the team want to present in a fairly informal way, and I think you're happy for people to ask questions as you go along the way. Yep. So please, over to you.
You can see us as well.
Yeah.
Good morning, all. My name is Ainsley, Kerinaiua, and I'm one of the traditional of Wurrumiyanga. And I would like to share a bit of the story about this gambling project that we've been doing as for
My name is Lorenzo, Kerinaiua, and I'm from Wurrumiyanga and TL. And my first time here doing this research.
Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Kristelle Orsto. I'm from Wurrumiyanga and I'm one of the Mantiyupwi family.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Pupangamirri. I'm here to you on as well.
Okay, starting off with that Tiwi skin clan group. So each of as you can see, that's map there for about our Melbourne and Bathurst Island. And we've got 4 skin groups that we come under. So like for Wurrumiyanga, that represents sun. And you've got military pensioners, and then Lodla is rock. And then you've got Hakaranga is mallet fish. These two, they're from this side. Malad, I'm from this side, from a adopted family. And all men here, Sanima here. So I just want to say a little bit about myself as people go on. My dad is from Tiwi, my mom is from Anime. So, come from both sides, so Frank and so on. So that's us, so we all represent all Tiwi, we all under this.
From mom side.
From mom's side.
Mom side.
So like, yeah. So you've got, can't see very well, but this is all this country, so that you can see the homeland with each of us. You got the mother, Claro,
Claro.
you can see probably.
Malau.
Mala,
Mantiyupwi.
Mantiyupwi, Wurrumiyanga, Wurrumiyanga, and Impanari. So you've got Impanari,
It's up there.
which is there. Wurrumiyanga, Mantiyupwi, that's
Us.
and Wurrumiyanga, that's part of Melbourne Island. And when you got same thing, Mantiyupwi from both sides, so from Melbourne and Wurrumiyanga as well. Wurrumiyanga, Mantiyupwi, Mala, Clara, they're from Tiwi and Wurrumiyanga side.
Ranco has a little settlement as well. It's out of there.
The aim of the research was, first one was to help the Mantiyupwi Family Trust better to understand what Tiwi people in Wurrumiyanga think about gambling management. And then the second one was to suggest to Mantiyupwi board some strategy for management. That was to build up a local Tiwi research capacity, which is what we're at for. And then what we did. So we spoke to the 55 Tiwi people of a full visit. Michaela was there. And starting with the senior ladies, which is this month here. And then ask the stories and ideas about gambling. We asked permission to share their stories and have pictures taken as well. And each visit we reviewed ideas and recommendations. And work at CD, we came to develop a management strategy Mantiyupwi. And we gave a presentation to the Mantiyupwi Family Board back in their community, which is like the following things, that meeting and finalizing report for the board. But the Tiwi voices, there's different kinds of different stories of those people were saying. So one here with the elders where we were playing card games, where speaking in Tiwi, come together speaking in one Tiwi language, understanding each other is a Tiwi way of life, what we are doing today. This is what from the older ladies and this from the men.
Okay. Parang maka-interview na rin. What does it?
Go on, right? So if you can see the people that Dutch and the captains came, we have here didn't know about the cards. Then the card came to the Tiwi people, doesn't belong to us. It belongs to them, but it's our favorite hobby. Some of the men that told us that. And then you go to the next one. Sometimes gambling helps you to get money to buy yourself food. Sometimes, they get money to buy lots of it and should play in the bush on the side or should build a playground for little kids as well.
You did it at the web places?
This is what at the TITAB, Training and Employment Board. Like to swing or should be where parents can see them. And the other one, this is at the shop. at the local shop. Parents aren't being strong. Young boys need to learn about songs. Have to learn how to sing culture instead of breaking in and break and enter and need culture for young boys. Come and learn to pronounce Tiwi words in songs. Because it's very hard at the moment with all this technology today and most of the young people don't pay attention to song lines and all that, which is enough. And then we went to the school. The school told us we help each other. This is how we live. Tea bag, sugar, power cut, trips, funerals, when people are struggling. They get stressed, and this is when trouble happens. If the shop prices goes down, gambling will go down, maybe.
It's expensive at school as well, to buy meat.
And everyday life we do, as an Aboriginal people, we share, food,
Share.
anything that we have, we can't say not to have family. It's just everyday we put it back, just go around and around.
We help each other, families. When we struggle, with other family, they can help.
It is very hard, prices of the shop is very ridiculous. Yeah, and the food is not fresh. So what people tell us, everything has a reason, gambling has a reason, senior ladies. Tiwi gambling has a long history. Gambling is a part of the everyday life for many Tiwis as well. Sometimes gambling can support family connection, the authorities of all people and the ways of being together as Tiwi. But sometimes gambling makes Tiwi unhappy and frustrated. This is when we all need help.
So for example, like you take $200 at the card game, then you lose it, then you get really frustrated, start getting angry,
Only spending more money.
wasting all the money. Probably leaving his kids hungry, mom and dad. But there's other support from who that who owns the game. Probably make some money about $30, $50 to get some money to give it back to them.
The card tong, now what tong is where they can share half of the money. So when they play card, they give them back. It's like sharing.
Mostly young people.
But frustration comes
Yeah.
out when they anger, when they don't have something for them without lemon. But gambling management strategies, and two part of gambling management strategy for Mantiyupwi Family Trust. The first one was to decide the gambling space and what we need and where. And then keeping Tiwi culture strong community, strong service providers as well. The other one there saying good safe gambling space, where we need and where. The other one achieving the big culture strong same thing. And that's where it is. So this is where we went out around the community and take pictures. Where we think that gambling is more safer area, away from the roads and stuff. But this some of the area, away from road, close to the child care and school, not in the view of tourists. Because we have a lot of tourists. And then gambling is just there. And not too far from the shop. But this is forestry. It's one park in the middle. That's the opposite the Thai shop, which is here. 1, 2. Jubilee Park. And if you can see the stars there, that's where the people was pointing at that GPS safe place for gambling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So what we need, family safe space where gambling is allowed, shelter to protect from sound, rain, and wind, and outdoor areas, one shelter for women and one shelter for men. Landscaping trees for shade, not mahogany. Dangerous. Lights and Wi-Fi at night. Maybe playground with fencing, toilet with wheelchair access, regular cleaning and privacy. Kiosk with cars and snacks time, shelter for service center use at outreach hub, stores, public meetings. But because most of them are, like they said, that's their hobby, they play most of the time, gambling, and
Every morning.
we get cleaning. We have maybe interpreter service or training board to come around and to look for people. They're not at home. Could be a one-stop somewhere, so we're trying to ask for a shelter for service provider to come. Because whenever they come around like gambling to look for people, some people don't want to get up to God.
On them there.
So we try to find a space so that providers can come and, do one-on-one or something with them there. So again, keeping TV culture strong. Strong communities, strong service providers. Go back. So some of the pictures, strong community events like barbecue, coming together and eating together, bringing back the feeling of all guys, how to find the service providers as well. So we're trying to ask the service providers that would come along to this maybe cultural day board and just share whatever they got in mind, thoughts and all that. And then weekly trips at board is what we thought, guided by the senior ladies as well, supported by the young Tiwis, young boys and girls instead of culture day at school, like all scout trips. Maybe weaving, bush taka, collecting, another family resource by the Mantiyupwi. Activities and program for young mothers and young fathers, service by child and family center program. So what this month suggested that it was a good thing for us to implement this cultural and good things, because it's better that they can work together with this service provider that just come in now, you want.
To take them and push instead of flying car. Probably leave car for one day. Take them and push. Carry.
Basically, we want them to go back and have the feeling of the country and the land. Because it's been not enough. Go ahead. Keeping culture strong services. So what can Mantiyupwi board to guide the services in the right direction? So we're thinking like barbecue lunch meetings where services are invited and ideas from the research are shared as well. So research presentation, jobs opportunity discussions, family space as one-stop shop run by Mantiyupwi, where organization can do an outreach, etc., putting people in contact with housing, clinic, VR, etc. Creating new partnerships through the new child and family center. So I'm actually I'm employed with the family center too. So I'm working with them as well. And trying to create all this thing with partnership with us as a CFC. So this is all the service providers, you can see, we got Title, FAB, Shire, local authority, charity families, Catholic care, Red Cross, Children Council, Rangers, Lancy, churches, police, safe house, housing association, shops, schools, clinic, family and nursing, therapy, art center, keeping flight, now 103, youth service, not patrol, and club. They are the service providers that we think that they can support with this project and also gambling team. For sharing of research with our board members, so we went back after coming here and did a presentation with the guys, and then we went back and we ended up sharing with the Mantiyupwi itself. So they were interested in please, their feedback was, this is what we need to do to support our new Pupangamirri and Child and Family Center. But in conclusion, Tiwi-led research, we read this every day. The research helps us guide funding and services, give them a better view of how gambling has both goods and bads for Tiwis. Everything has a reason to gambling, has a reason. Any question? I'm sure this lady will take the question.
So how are you gonna get the funding for the shed and to make it a safe environment?
Well, through Mantiyupwi, we try.
Yeah.
So Mantiyupwi then can
Plan
do well.
on.
And
We try to find a funding so we can try to put this stuff in place,
yeah,
to maintain gambling because it's
Yeah,
at the moment, now you come at Wurrumiyanga, you see
yes,
that.
I lived there for a long
Yeah,
time.
you see how the gambling is going.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good idea that you want to move it away from the shops because, the shop is for everyone. And
Everyone.
it's for public,
Go
not just our people use it, but for everybody else to use it as well. And I see the biggest problem there is the rubbish,
Of course.
and that's one of the biggest issues that I see as me growing up there as a kid and going back there and having like working there a couple of times, and I find it, it's really sad.
It is.
And the Shire should take some kind of responsibility
Yeah, they do.
because, they need to really, really focus on keeping that place clean and tidy, just because, not just our own people's health and safety, but, you got tourists coming around there, you never know, they will be taking pictures.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and you don't want to give a bad name and bad reputation for
No.
our country, for Tiwi, and you want to try and keep it nice and tidy. So I think Shire has got a lot of responsibility. Yeah, because, that's part of their job, running CDP,
Mhm.
getting the guys out there. But I don't really see anyone really doing much. See, that's the problem.
Well, because of that CDP now, when you was
Running boards, yeah,
CDP, it was
CDP
everything was
changed.
but everybody had jobs.
Yeah.
Young and all,
Yeah,
everyone didn't have to depend on each other.
yeah,
But until that Eve was taken out,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, no, I think, yeah,
Title.
so
yeah, part-time.
Our part-time title.
You think part-time. All right,
training and employment board.
yeah.
So,
Because how, with the Tiwi Island tide test, because I don't know how the structure and how it runs.
That's a good question. I don't even know either, but
Yeah.
I mean, Rupert, my husband, is
He
a
works there,
coordinator.
he's a coordinator. Okay, because, it'd be interesting to find out how many male workers, to be on that program. And, what area do they cover? That'd be the main focus of, what responsibility do they have? I'm just saying for the community,
yes.
yeah, to try and keep it at a good place and nice and clean. Yeah, I think, I like the idea where you want to move where that flower is. That is a good area where it is. And I think
It's really
quite-
closer to-
Yeah,
in other child care.
yeah, there's a big lot of room there. Plenty of space, yeah. That'd be good. I think only the downfall is probably the arguments, I suppose, with family. You know, relying on each other, you know, that can be a struggle with everybody. Yeah, and it puts a lot of burden on family.
Yes.
Yeah. But, you know, like, I'll just share with you my personal story. I just lost a family member over this gambling stuff, just recently at Milakapiti. And so the Milakapiti community is do not gamble at all now, because it's causing a lot of big problem. It's escalating really quite big, and it's come from Tiwi Islands to Darwin, that problem. And I don't know how it's going to be resolved because it's an ongoing issue. There's a lot of social media at the moment, families arguing on Facebook, but there's a lot of threats, there's police involved, you know, there's a lot of big issues. And it's quite sad to see that someone actually died from this problem when it could have been solved in a better way. I wasn't there at the time, but a lot of the families communicated with me and they told me what had happened. I mean, this is quite a good idea because I've never heard of this stuff before. You know, this is the first time I've ever heard of someone from the clan group has put something together, which is great. You know, but I just wish it would have done it a bit earlier.
Yeah.
You know, now like it's escalated in a horrible way, you know what I mean? Yeah, but no, I love the idea. It's a good idea. And the shop is very expensive, yeah, we all know that. But I think, you know, we have committees in the shop, like representation of the shop. They should be the one, should be talking to the people who runs the shop. Because, you know, you're not sitting on gold mine. Tiwi people don't get big of royalties like, for example, the Arnhem Land people. You know, so there's a big difference. A lot of people get a lot of support when Tiwi people are struggling. You know, they might have all these services out there, but they're pretty quite still low on like for jobs, you know, on full-time wages. You know, that's why I had to move because I wasn't on full-time wages. I was pretty low income. So, you know, how are people going to get better? That's all I'm saying. You know, how are people going to move forward? Yeah, and I think it's great, good idea that you started to structure.
You know,
Yeah,
research it as well for Pupangamirri,
yep,
and research there too, and you're happy.
yep. No, that's really good.
So we come to you.
Yeah, no, I think it needs to be embedded with the community to make people understand that it needs to come together. But it's great that one group has really looked at that and having that research.
Can you mention how you came to be the researchers?
Woman agreement. Good.
Sorry. So when this project started, Mantiyupwi came to us at CDU and said, we want to fund this research.
Yeah.
And they said, we also want to support local Tiwi researchers to do that. And they then spoke amongst themselves and selected a team that was going to work together, men and women, that would then they felt confident that they could trust to then lead the research.
We were the first researchers
Yeah,
when we had it. Then we had probably speaking to our brothers, so we not allowed to speak to our brothers. So we asked Michaela and then Lorenzo and Ainsley, so they can speak to men.
yeah. No, that's good. So there's only 4 of you on there, right? Okay. It would be interesting to try and recruit probably a couple more. Only just
Probably and one really.
yeah, well, from different communities, yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, I agree with that. It would be too different from, because, you know, just recently we had the Santos big meeting and I suggested to Santos that they should have like from each clan group, so they should have 3 to 2 people from each clan group, just like a reference group. So they will support it, but because of the terminology, I would say, the terminology of what they're speaking, our people don't have good numeracy literacy. but not as good and high. So a lot of people wouldn't understand what they're trying to deliver. So I just explained about that, but it would be nice to see something like that, to get used and have Milakapiti, Garden Point involved. That'd be a great idea.
Are there plans to do that? To research other communities?
Let's find out.
Yeah, we did.
That's my neighbor plan.
Slider. Yeah,
About next steps.
yeah, the next step for
Yeah.
My question.
question with Malcolm,
Yeah.
Perry and.
I just wanted to share something, because I come from Millingenby, and there's like gambling problems everywhere in the community, like not just in Tiwi, but everywhere in like our communities. And like I think like, more people who are not like, from that area, people need to, come in and listen to the local people and their stories, what people are going through, because in the old days, people like us mob, like we live together, And I wanted to ask you, like in Tiwi, are people like living together like the clan? Because like in Millingenby, like because that's not my like country, like my country is that when you like develop, and like like in the mission days, people will work together, and sometimes like when I'm listening the story about gambling, most people are from like they're not from the same area. People come from all over and they're like mixed up because like in the mission days, people came and everyone living together, but really like people like they want to live in their own country, because like when people are living in their own country with their own like people, like in like our culture, in Yurungu culture, like it's like if you can't talk to one clan to talk to that person, you have to talk to the right people, to talk about the issues that are happening in the community, like this one. And like I can tell you, there's been lots of breaking in Millingenby, and most of the people, like kids who are breaking in are like their families just grew up there just because, like my grandfather came there in the 30s, and like all my grandmother and my mother, they grew up there, but they're not from Millingenby. But like I think it's like the traditional owners of Millingenby or Yumo, like it is the traditional owners that has to make the decision for that community, because like if other people, like it's not like my right to talk about, like the issues that are happening in Millingenby. I have to go and talk to whoever is the CEO of the land, and talk to, they're the ones, and like people, like instead of like people coming in and judging how other people live, people need to sit down and listen what is really happening in the community instead of going into conclusion,
Yes, yes.
And I think that's what is important for us, like we
As my love, Aboriginal map mainly.
and people don't listen to us when we're talking about these things. And we need, and it's good that you are, talking about this because it is really important. And people do need to, listen to us more because it is important that, because people are seeing what is happening in the media, and really people should be listening to us because people putting like their information there, like, and, naming and shaming, and they don't know what the real story is underneath unless they go and talk to the people and what the real reason is underneath,
Yeah.
I think that is really important and we need to talk to the right people. And then people make comments about what they see on media, and I think this is really important and, I thank you for sharing, because it's not just happening there. It's happening everywhere in this community, in our communities,
Are you gonna tell the story? Where else are you gonna tell the story? So who else are you gonna talk to?
But mainly we, like Asma said, tea, that come to us, like,
And the
for
body-
the
And that's
rest of the family. So we the first approach people to, about if there's any community dispute or anything, they come to us. And then, because I'm also, I'm also working for, what you call them, first response group. So whenever there's a dispute in the community, after the first response group, we come in. And we get the family from both sides, we just stay neutral, even though our family fighting with this other family, we can't get involved, we just stay neutral. And just sort them out, so we take them to the police station, both family, both parties, sit down, tell them, say sorry, talk about it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's good to hear.
Are there any other, observations or questions? Oh, yeah. Sorry about
So for Matt Stevens, hi, and thanks for sharing your story. Have you thought about gambling-free days that may lead to people being more likely to do other activities?
What there is, but
We've
some,
already,
yeah, already. What?
The activity you're talking about.
What?
You know how you was talking about going out, getting the families out? It'd be good to get that, that old mother truck that we used to have,
What?
we used to have a big truck there, and used to collect the family
that's great.
and take them out hunting and take them out for the weekend. That would be a good idea, get funding for that,
Yeah, we-
and to get someone to drive. I used to love those trips, family.
Growing up, I used to be sitting in that big truck out in the
Going
country.
out, yeah, that was the best.
Family.
Not true. And it's really sad because a lot of the people don't want to move because they got no transportation. And that's the hardest thing, and fuel prices over there is ridiculous, it's like nearly $4.
So one of the stories was in COVID, all of the services stopped. So all of the ways that, everything that took people out
Yep.
stopped.
Yep.
And so that meant everybody came full in front of the shop. Yeah. And so now this is through what you're saying, that second part of the strategy and bringing in those services and take people back out
Yeah,
and support them. So to reactivate those supports.
yeah.
So that means that then people are pulled more back out onto the country, yeah? And so, and everything goes down there, you become more calm, but also just not sitting together so much in that place.
Yeah. No, that'd be good because I know the clinic, they were doing happy hunting on the weekend. So the doctors and the nurses will go out.
Somebody this year, if they happy.
Yeah, they're
They still have the scary day,
Yeah, the
all the
scary-
places.
when TV for Life was running, so when the TV Health Club was up and running, because I was one of the board members back then. And it was running so great because everyone got involved, the whole community, because of fundings and shut down and all that too, so that was a fallback, but it was good, a good idea for USMOB to do this.
And some other questions?
Will you read out the question? There's a question from Karen.
Oh, sorry. Carol, thank you for your presentation and congratulations on tackling this challenge. You talked to a lot of people, a huge effort. How long did that take you over the 4 visits and were people happy to talk to you?
It was a lot, like non-stop, every time we were just there doing, taking notes and then got to the next person. Like we knew everybody, so we just went along and took stories from them.
Yeah,
Some of the young boys was shy as well.
yeah.
Would speak to us, me and his dad.
Yeah, and sometimes it can be very daunting when, people are talking out in the open,
Yeah.
in front of a lot of people, it's a bit shame for them. Yeah,
But there was a lot of happy people coming to us, I think, talking and
That's
asking
good.
information and how where it's gonna end up and all that. So,
so when would once you get all that information about the funding for the shed and stuff?
we have to maybe.
There's some funding already.
Already have.
Yeah, so through the
Okay.
Child and Family Centre, so the services part of this can start. And then the rest through local decision making, so it's in,
In progress.
Right.
Oh, that's good then.
From Lane.
Yeah, all right, that's for the childcare center. Yeah, from Lane, yeah.
There's a question here, there's also one online.
My question is very similar to the one on the board, and that is, are we only talking about card games or is there other gambling happening in the Tiwi Islands? Is there the sports betting happening over there as well.
The moment AFL put it, they are. But we haven't got around that area yet. It's only happening once a year, football season. So gambling is just there forever.
AFL, footy chipping,
Footy tipping, yeah.
Yeah,
you have a big team to
Yeah.
win and
There's big money involved too.
big money,
Yeah.
big money.
Yeah.
Is that footy tipping in the community, or is that footy tipping where people have their sports bet accounts and they're betting?
Now, what they do is they give it a paper, the games
Okay.
who's playing, and you're betting is $30.
Yeah, but you get like a sheet, that's what they call it.
Sheet.
footy running on the weekend. When there's footy, there's people there playing gamble
Other than that, sometimes they play
Online.
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 Yeah,
I'm
The
not on
biggest
online.
thing issue now is.
online gambling.
Yeah.
Online.
Yeah.
And
But it's much better because there's
some people going to do that,
I play cards.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
It's my son is addicted to cards.
Yes, I know it.
I've got $70 and 26-year-old. But my younger son is addicted to cards. So sometimes I got cards, sometimes they help. But I'm not online playing now.
That's the biggest issue with online gambling.
Yeah.
This couple of people play cards, they like to play online. Really?
Yeah.
You're cutting down the card.
Yeah, cutting it down.
Yeah.
a bit, Yeah.
6 people probably. 6
Doing
guys.
online.
Yeah,
I
not
think
good.
it's here too, is gambling is getting less.
Yeah.
They're more focused on online thing now.
Yeah. Because you can get money on.
Which is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can get, I've been hearing stories from Milakapuri.
Gambles online.
And they've been telling me that they've been winning big, like people have been winning 50 grand. And but they've been spending big too. You
So
know?
are you going to do more research on that, or do you hope to?
So this is the same question,
Same
yeah,
question.
up there. So someone else has said, great presentation. I'm interested in how the outcomes will be evaluated and how you will find out the results of what is proposed. And so there is an evaluation proposed through the same funding as the services grow
Okay.
to follow those.
And do you think some of those strategies would also help online gambling?
It could if people, if we keep sharing it to our people and tell them that online is big now.
Getting people out, giving them something else to
Yeah.
do will help.
I think because mainly what you call loss of word employment is
Yeah,
the biggest
employment
issue in
is a
our
big issue, yeah,
community.
that's right.
That's why people
Can't do anything else.
can't do anything, they just have to sit there and make money either way.
Yeah.
Because you have to,
That's my job for them as well, and young people.
Yeah.
It's a local economy. It's like another local economy, but it's local.
not good
No,
for us,
That's right.
it's not good.
I mean, that's happening right across the Northern Territory.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not just TV, but.
And it's like also like for like like in between and like there, the shop, the food that people get at the shop is very expensive.
Too expensive, eh, every year.
And
I just come back from Yellowing and I couldn't believe the prices.
yeah, it's yeah.
It brings a lot of issue, family fighting over each other because it's
Yeah.
expensive, you can't
Yeah.
put food on the table for your family because it's too ridiculous, that's food.
Yeah, most people buy food from here anyway, to take it out on the ferry, because it doesn't cost nothing
Oh.
freight.
And like they only got for like certain central ingredient, like maybe noodles or something, because that's the only they can afford, it's maybe $2 something,
Yeah.
and you got a little. Pass it out,
$11,
chicken,
$10.
What's happening with the farm? Is there a farm there? I thought there was a farm at Wurrumiyanga. where they had growing on,
It's still starting, because you know how the first lady got sick from
melanosis.
melanosis, that's when they have to stop it. Because you know how they had the woman.
Yeah, they had.
All the bloody they don't lovely, beautiful, you know,
Yeah,
woman taking.
that's right, they were taking a
with
big
farm,
job, yeah,
But until one of them got infected and sick and.
and stopped. Oh. It would be good to have that running back, yeah.
Maybe everyone is farming, huh? Whereas everyone went, they got no ingredient at home, no food at home, they can just go.
Go to the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be cheaper because it'd be, you know, grown too from the young people, you know. Yeah, train the people. Yeah.
Someone online love this presentation.
Thank you.
But also you could try local authority at Tiwi Council to get funding for the sheds and shade structures.
Yes,
Yeah,
and available.
yeah,
Just shy, you know,
they should be,
Too young.
how many,
they should be supporting.
you don't see much.
Yeah.
Which is.
It's really sad though, but hopefully Emma will get it up and running and hopefully we'll
Yes,
go back there.
yeah.
I see a big shed, big gambling shed. And a playground.
Family safe space, a family safe space.
One but kids, young mom play, kids running around. We have
Yeah.
still have the screen, you know. All that.
Actively could be running that space as well. Service providers can come along and share,
Yeah,
collaboration.
yeah, I can see.
You know,
You might have been talking to Red Cross not too, about this thing, that
we went there, we talked
Yeah.
to them, we gave them.
brochures.
Because
All right.
the more ladies work there.
Some of the old ladies work there.
Right.
All right. Yeah. Now it'd be good to see them from them, their input too, with talking about helping and supporting you guys to move forward, you know? Be really good.
As well need them, service providers
Yeah, the service providers, they should be more coming as stakeholders.
Start thinking
to get in and do something, you know.
Yeah, have you not talked to, who's your representative for the Tiwi Island? Not the Shire I'm talking about like as a
Hello.
parliament. Is it Manuel or no? Manuel?
Brand one.
Maybe you should have a talk to him as well and see what he suggests.
We'll have to invite.
Yeah, invite him. Yeah, he's based at Manamrita.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, you know, he might be able to help out too and get funding.
Because we had all this, you know, it's our parliament was sitting for us, there's enough change
Yeah.
wasn't happening between
Yeah,
us.
yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, well, it'd be good to get him involved.
Hopefully, he's a young one, so we'll try.
Yeah, yeah.
I get into his head, man.
Well, thank you for sharing anyway. But now it's cooking.
Thank you all for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you to the audience, both online and in-house. And thank you so much for coming over to present us. I think we want you to come back at some stage and give us a follow-up.
Definitely.
Particularly around the funding.
Well, I think 5 members.
Yes.
Thanks very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.